Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Caldwell.
I'm Karina.
And I'm Julia.
And guys, the phrase that has swept the internet, taken it by storm, made our most popular video of all time, Disney Dark Souls.
What? It's not Pokemon?
Is back for another round. It was Pokemon, but now Pokemon is dead.
Oh.
Pokemon is crushed beneath the boot heel of Disney Dark Souls.
F in the chat.
As is the way.
And we're doing it again, but this time with Caldwell.
Yay!
I'm here. Yes. Thank you so much for bringing me in to Club Bangers. Bangers only is the way that I like to do it.
It's a very exclusive club, and you've been welcomed in with open arms by our large bouncer, Giorgio.
Thank you so much, Giorgio. I'm ready to get in there and draw some freaky little guys.
Giorgio does not speak.
I'm noticing Giorgio is just a Doric column with a large bleeding eye. I'm noticing that now.
Yeah, that's a thing about Giorgio that we all know and love.
Yeah. Very powerful, but also very kind.
A different thing about this one is that I'm going to not draw.
What?
And instead, I'm just going to give all of you Disney characters, and then you got to make them into Dark Souls bosses. Caldwell, you're up first.
Please be lenient on me, Games Master.
And for these, I picked ones that I thought kind of had backstories that lent themselves
Whale?
lent themselves well to Dark Souls lore.
When Jacob gets excited, he gets just back down to the sail.
Yeehaw.
Get back down to
This
his
boy got a peach in his throat.
Caldwell, your character is from Beauty and the Beast, Gaston.
Whoa.
The strong man himself, Gaston.
No one stabs like Gaston, does big slash like Gaston.
So how do I incorporate egg eating into this drawing, I guess, is my first question.
There are characters in Dark Souls that have been infected with eggs.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, and big eggs grow on their backs and heads and stuff, and it's gross. So it could be that. The reason I picked Gaston was because in Dark Souls, one of the common themes is sort of the character who thought they were the hero.
Yeah.
And whoopsie, they're not now. Or they've succumbed to some sort of darkness, and now they're a boss you fight.
And that is very much what's happening here.
Yeah, I think Gaston would be in that category for sure. Fallen hero.
So I think my thought on this is Gaston survives the end of Beauty and the Beast, is weakened by his encounter, says, well, I need to get stronger so I can defeat the beast. And the only way to do that is to eat more eggs.
He's got one method of growing his strength, and it's been directly proportional to eggs consumed.
So I think that Gaston slowly searches out more and more, let's say, forbidden eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see Gaston shambling out of a room just going, LaFou, forbidden egg.
Right away, Gaston.
Do you think that the final most forbidden egg is LaFou himself?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I think he probably infects LeFou with some sort of egg disease so that LeFou lays eggs himself.
Ew.
I don't want that.
Yeah, Gaston, what you do to me, bud?
You fight him in the tavern.
Oh, yeah.
It's filled with LeFou's eggs.
It's filled with LeFou's eggs. The townspeople are gone or consumed in the confusion and mass egg consumption. Just blindly grabbing at everything and eating it. Egg, egg, not egg.
Egg. Oh, that's a real Dark Souls boss noise right there.
Jacob, you know the most about Dark Souls characters. Do they shamble?
Oh, they love to shamble. There's like various types, right? And you're tapping into one of the sort of genres of boss, which is the former hero who has now become like bestial.
Right.
In Bloodborne, there's a character called Ludwig the Holy Blade, who is now like a horrible horse.
Oh, whoa.
But used to be a man, and like halfway through the fight, he remembers his humanity and starts to wield a sword again.
That's very good.
So this is definitely a type of thing you would see. But those characters do tend to shamble and make those horrible sounds you were making.
Egg.
Yeah.
Do you think, is that maybe in Dark Souls 4, they introduced the egg mechanic? And like instead of humanity, you have egg?
Yeah, and you consume the egg and you become stronger, but you lose parts of yourself.
Exactly.
Your personhood.
Delicious egg.
And the bonfires, of course, are where you scramble your eggs.
Yeah, it's a bonfire with a little skillet over the top.
That sounds really good. Do you think? All right, so LeFou has got to be in this picture, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems right.
Should I, Jacob? I imagine that the character could have like the tattered remains of like his human uniform on, perhaps.
Yeah, totally. It's all about that environmental storytelling, you know.
Because we sure as hell aren't going to tell you about it.
No. I mean, I think that's the way to do it, right? You just make everything look really cool and like it's got a bunch of story.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to do the story.
Yeah, people figure it out.
What if there's like some audio logs or like a hologram
Boo.
that I could trigger?
What if all the characters in Dark Souls left handwritten notes on all the tables?
Today, I consumed the old blood. I feel a bit icky. Diary entry number 2.
I'm a horse now.
Then diary entry number 4 is just nay.
They wrote nay.
And then there's just a bite out of the corner, and you're like, oh, I've put it together without any clues at all.
I understand now.
I understand now. Caldwell, I do enjoy that you said LeFou's got to be in here somewhere and then proceeded to draw legs.
I like that he did that.
Yeah, I was seeding the idea. I was getting people excited.
Okay.
I was getting LeFou Nation pumped up.
I know seeing LeFou is going to upset me. So
I can't mess with his face. His face is perfect.
Yeah, he's already a monster. This would be so funny to see in Dark Souls.
Big-eyed, big nose, round character.
Like one Thomas the Tank Engine.
One Thomas. I haven't said it yet, but your Gaston is exceptionally good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yes.
It's got the vibe so well.
I like that he's handing me an egg.
I think that's the way to cheese the boss. Is you can just break his egg.
He spends 3 full minutes mourning so he can get free hits.
He just doesn't know any better anymore, you know?
Do not touch egg. Appreciate egg. You broke egg.
But the thing is, if you do break egg, you will activate LeFou.
He comes rolling out like a ball and then just like unfolds.
You are not far off, Julia.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
We're on the same page here.
Is he just like full up with egg?
Uh-oh.
Is he with egg?
I've predicted a grim future.
Oh, this guy's definitely with egg.
Oh.
We were not on same page.
You need more eggs, buddy?
He turned into a bug for no reason. LeFou, you didn't have to do this. There was no reason.
I just thought it needed a little Hollow Knight. You know, I know it's not the same, but like they're spiritually related, I feel like.
People in Dark Souls turn into bugs too sometimes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes?
Yeah. There's spider
Okay.
women in Dark
Nice.
Souls 1.
There's Lolths.
Yeah.
Really is just a lady stuck onto a spider. It's very, very good.
So I think like big massive egg sack over here.
Yeah.
Quick question, y'all. Should it be pulsing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob, you seem to know the most about Dark Souls. Should the egg sack be pulsing, my friend?
Yeah, if you're going to have an egg sack, you may as well have it pulse. That's what I've always said.
Very well. Just let the record show I didn't want to make it pulse.
This is going to get flagged by YouTube.
We're already on thin ice.
They're already mad at us for the lick-a-tongue thumbnail.
They're gonna email you and be like, "What the heck? Didn't I just say?"
I know it's not technically inappropriate, but look at it.
Yeah, tell me it's not.
It's not that I don't like it.
Mhm.
I just hate it.
Fair.
It upsets me.
Sure. There's merit to it, but I don't want it to be in my parlor.
Yeah. But that means you did good, because that's what
Yeah.
you want to think when you see a
Because I
Dark
think
Souls
that's what
boss.
it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've excelled. Good work.
Thank you so much.
Egg salad.
I am going to I do have one last question.
Yes.
Maybe y'all can help me with this. I feel like Dark Souls bosses all have really good names.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I feel like this one would have to be like Gaston the True Beast.
Gaston the True Beast is pretty good.
Oh.
Gaston the Consumer of Egg.
The Egg Lord.
Egg Lord Gaston would also follow suit with the naming conventions.
Do they ever do like a Latin name? Could you do like Ovum Champion or something like that?
You definitely could, but
Okay.
I don't like it though.
I think the True Beast Gaston feels pretty good to me.
Yeah, I love that. Egg Lord Gaston, the True Beast.
There it is. Beautiful.
Does the beast even still live in this world, or is Gaston chasing a beast who's no longer there?
I feel like that feels thematically correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The beast is long gone, and Gaston no longer has a purpose.
Yeah. It's the like hot prince version of the Beast and Belle, and they like come out of their balcony and they're like, just get out of here, man.
Scram.
It's
over, dude. Let it go.
She's with me now, dude. You're being weird. Oh, dude, did you embrace the old blood? Oh.
Did you consume the old egg? We told you not to. It's nasty.
You don't know where that egg's been, man.
Amazing job, Caldwell.
Good work.
This is it.
Yeah, it upsets me a lot, so good work.
So it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Karina, you next?
I'm next.
Woo!
Karina,
Yeah.
as you know, content is king.
Content is king, and we are but its humble bitches.
Exactly. In every episode, someone is tasked, whether explicitly or not, with drawing what will be the thumbnail image.
Uh-huh.
And today it is you. You are drawing from Mulan.
Mulan.
Mulan from Mulan.
Mulan of Mulan.
Now, I feel like Mulan has very Dark Soulsy lore in that she sort of took up the mantle of warrior of her own power and went into combat. And maybe now, in the sort of distant, bleak future, combat is all she knows. She lost herself to battle in an effort to prove herself that she could never achieve.
Okay, but Mulan 2 is all about balance?
Mulan 2 does
Yeah.
not
That's a good
exist.
point.
And how you need both?
Mulan 2 is fake.
Mulan 2 does exist. I watched it.
This
Yeah,
is a
it's-
divergent timeline.
It's
to be sure.
non-canon.
Did you not get the Disney Historia book where they explain the multiple timelines for all the Disney characters?
Oh, we got a multiverse?
Yeah. You're thinking of original universe Mulan and not dark universe Mulan.
So this is Cursed Battle Maiden Mulan.
Yeah.
She done killed Shang a long time ago.
Yeah,
No.
he useless, dead. Throw him out.
Jacob, I have a Dark Souls confession.
Yeah.
I've never made it past the Capra Demon.
That's fine, dude. The Capra Demon is a wall for a lot of people.
You can just say it. It's a wall for scrubs, huh?
It's a wall if you refused to get good. You had the option, you said no. You said I will remain bad. And that's an acceptable way to choose to live your life.
I think as the years pass, it's more and more valid to say, I'm just going to stay bad.
I agree. There's things you have to accept that you're just not gonna get good at this point.
Yeah.
It's too late for that.
There are a lot of things that you should get good at, like, I don't know, donating to services that need help and supporting local initiatives and things like that. Video games, I don't know if you got to get good at that.
Maybe not.
I think those things are of equal importance to any true gamer. But yeah, I recognize that Dark Souls is a polarizing game to play.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of someone advertising voting as the ultimate ethical choice system in video games.
Voting is the Dark Souls of changing your democracy.
Yeah. What if you could choose your destiny?
It's a lot of hair.
Oh, fuck, this rules already.
So I don't have to draw a face, because you know what? Sometimes you just don't want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't want to give your character a face. You're over it. I'm
That's
over
very
faces.
in keeping with the Dark Souls.
Yeah,
They
I
do
think
a
it
lot of
works.
facial coverings in that game.
No face. I don't want to deal with that.
Whether it be hair or like a weird hood that's cinched too tight, or just like tatters and rags or liquids.
Does anyone in Dark Souls have just beautiful, stunning eyes?
You wouldn't know.
Does anyone have eyes that
Everyone's
are
got
showing?
muck on their face.
I just didn't know because I thought maybe like right after I beat the Capra Demon, there would be like a big troll with beautiful eyes, and he'd be like, "Great work in there."
After Capra Demon, everyone gets really hot.
That's what you're missing out on.
What?
Yeah.
Real gamers only.
If you push through, everyone gets hot and wants to date you.
It turns into Persona 5 instantly, dude.
Yeah, straight away.
It's just 7s and above after the Capra Demon.
Capra Demon is the gatekeeper of hotness. And if you can't beat him, you're not hot enough.
Okay, I have a concept here, so bear with me.
Okay.
Fully.
The only person to ever have a concept on the history of Drawfee.
I think eggs are a concept.
Yeah, I liked it, Caldwell's.
Yeah.
It upset me greatly, but I thought it was real good.
I'm writing eggs are a concept on my tombstone. Everyone's going to pass it and just be like, are they?
What does it mean?
What does
Yes.
that mean?
That's your legacy, my dude.
Wow.
Your tombstone will say, Julia Lepetit, she never drew an egg.
She never drew a goddamn egg once.
R.I.P., she never drew one egg.
Could never figure it out.
And everyone will stop and place eggs on your grave.
What an awful thing to put on a grave. Just eggs.
And then those eggs become the old eggs, which Gaston consumes.
Ew.
Oh, whoa. You think he's stealing grave eggs?
I think he's stealing grave eggs.
Bro, it's not ethical.
Absolutely heinous of you, Gaston.
The cemetery has the best eggs. LeFou!
Yo, that's not okay, man.
Man.
Those eggs were for the dead.
Shut up, LeFou! Steal from the dead.
I don't know, Gaston. Oh,
Is that the cricket?
it's
Yeah.
the cricket.
It's the cricket in the cage.
Karina,
Big cricket.
I just want to congratulate you already because you're also tapping into some classic Dark Souls boss aesthetic.
Yay.
Did I do it?
There's a common thing in Dark Souls where you have a really cool, like humanoid sized character that you look at and be like, I wish I was that character instead of the one I am.
God, I wish I
And
was
they're accompanied by a big monster that smash you. And you have to fight them both at once. And it's
I like that.
typically the hardest fights.
Did I accidentally do a Dark Souls again?
You did, yes.
Yay!
me. Bravo. Fuck, this is cool.
It's making me think of the boss that I'm currently stuck on in Dark Souls 3 on my stream,
Good.
which is
I'm glad.
Sister Frida, who's like a scythe.
Sister Mon?
Kind of. She's a nun with a scythe.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
And
Not a gun.
She's accompanied by, first you fight the nun with the scythe, and once you beat her, her very large father, who has a big bowl of soup, wakes up.
What?
Yeah.
And then you got to fight both of them at the same time, and he's dumping soup everywhere.
Left and right.
And then you kill him, and then you got to fight her again, but now she has 2 scythes,
And soup.
and everything is covered in soup.
What a farce.
Yeah, it's
Papa,
incredibly
entertain this chump while I go get my other scythe. You want some soup? You want some of this? Why, is that good enough for you? Here, have some more. Have some more.
Is this the Dark Souls equivalent of when you go over to your friend's house and their parents are like, yeah, we got sandwiches, we got soup, you hungry, you kids hungry?
Yeah.
Make you something.
He's trying to offer you soup, but instead he keeps dumping it on his own head and screaming. And he has a chair fully stuck to his own ass in the fight.
That's very funny.
Yeah, I'm not even joking about any of this. This is all what actually happens in the fight.
This is my favorite kind of comedy, is comedy that you have to spend 40 hours playing a video game to experience.
Yeah, and then instead of being funny, it murders you.
Oh, so it's like got a cage so that it can't eat you.
Yeah. It definitely has an odd amount of bars, so I'll decide later if that's worth fixing, but I don't want to cover his face.
Yeah.
I like it.
I get like a Big Daddy vibe from it.
Big Daddy
Thank
vibe. Like the movie with Adam Sandler?
I was thinking like the BioShock villain, but no, yeah, honestly, kind of a Adam Sandler and Big Daddy vibe.
Yeah, that's what he looks like.
He's like, schmoogity-boo.
And then he's a bug, and they put a cage on his head.
Because he keeps eating the child.
Does this boss play like a creepy violin tune on its legs when you enter?
Maybe. Ooh.
Probably. Everyone in Dark Souls is always just out to be doing the spookiest thing they could feasibly be doing.
Are there any Dark Souls bosses that are like, they come in and they're like, check it out. What do you think?
Pretty spooky, huh?
They just earnestly want your opinion on like their whole aesthetic.
What do you think of this shit, huh? Isn't this cool?
Pretty whacked out, right?
Pretty spooky.
Nobody in those games asks your opinion about anything.
They just eat egg,
Yeah.
I think.
They just get some egg.
I think if they started letting you say how you felt, they would open up a whole can of worms. Because then you're going to be like, actually, this sucks. And then they have to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to make it easier for you? And then the whole, crux of the game is ruined.
They hold up a rusted cage full of suggestions and say, that's why I made the suggestion box. Ooh.
I think bugs do this.
The weird butt horns.
It's like a little butt pincher.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't sneak up on it.
Yeah.
And in case say that this cricket is trying to steal a grape. There you go. It's got the pinchers for it.
Got him.
It's also good boss design because if you circle around behind, it's got threats back there too.
Oh.
This
nice.
boss has no weak points, I think. Let's have it drooling, because I like when scary things with big eyes do the drool. I think that's spooky and threatening, but kind of endearing. So get in there.
Yeah, I think like as much as I hate this design, I know that Mulan loves it and that they're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that fills me with joy.
The real question is, what happened to Mushu? And that's not explicitly stated in game, but you can find some like disturbing things that maybe indicate that he's not
a handwritten letter by Mushu.
I'm going to die soon.
I'm going to tell Mulan how I really feel.
I don't know what's oozing from this bug, but it is. So there we go.
I'd like to imagine it's just sweating out of nerves.
Yeah.
Nervous.
Yeah.
I hope I do good.
For Mulan.
In the big fight.
Here's my Mulan. I think this is Dark Souls.
Yeah, this
very good.
ass.
Wow. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Julia.
Yes.
You have to draw now.
It's me.
For you, I've picked one that I think will lend itself well to your style and also Dark Souls aesthetics. It is from The Princess and the Frog, Dr. Facilier.
Ooh.
Dr. Facilier.
The Shadow Man himself.
Wow.
I think would make an excellent Dark Souls boss.
I was not prepared for Dr. Facilier.
No one is.
He's got friends on the other side. It's right in the song.
Yeah. And he's already doing like shadow magic and shit, which exists in the Dark Souls world.
Yeah. And his hat's really tall.
Yeah, like in Bloodborne.
It's all there.
So I feel like in the lore of this, he's obviously been corrupted by abyssal magics.
Totes.
He tampered too far, and now it's overtaken him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he would definitely be like an abyss walker in Dark Souls. There's like a place called the Abyss that is ever growing and sort of represents unchecked humanity expanding. And people go in there and it really fucks them up. But some people try to explore it nonetheless. And I think he would be one of those.
So the coolest thing about Dr. Facilier is like how he moves. And I'm really trying to figure out how to get that in there because he's just, I don't know, he's so like creaky.
He's very like spindly too. And
Yeah,
like,
he's
long
like
limbs.
he's like spidery and like, I don't know.
Maybe he's a spider.
You can be a spider in Dark Souls. We've been over this.
Yeah.
You can be whatever you want in Dark Souls.
As long as you're miserable.
Hey, do you want your ribs to be upside down and on the outside? You can have that. Any dream's your wish in Dark Souls.
Just know you'll hate it.
As long as you hate it, it can be yours. I do feel like real spindly long limbs is the right direction
Right?
from this humble bozo's perspective.
That sounds like it would be your annoying game rant YouTube channel, The Humble Bozo.
Oh no.
And then you just end every video with, but that's just this humble bozo's opinion.
Anyway, I think Polly Pocket Playset is a underutilized suite of Sims-like experiences, and that's why I'm giving it 3 red noses out of 5.
10 million views and the most toxic fan base known to
Do
man.
not look at the comment section.
I call them Bozo Bros.
No, that's Jeff Bezos' fan base.
Even more toxic.
There's an overlap.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I like this twist you're putting in here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I want him to just be really, really long.
I bet his movements are uncanny to say the least.
He twists when he walks. Every step is a full pelvis rotation.
Yeah, I feel like he would sort of shift in and out of visibility as he moves around
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
the combat arena, like disappearing into the shadows.
Shimmering etherealness.
And you know he's got shadow forms.
Mm.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not going to know which one's the real one.
You know I'm drawing that in.
I like Big Shoe.
Yeah, I made it a little too big. There we go. That's more what I was going for.
Nah.
There we go.
Shoe can never be too big.
Just ask Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, please listen to us. We have an idea.
Tetsuya Nomura, maybe Shu is too big. No! No!
Bigger!
Maybe Shoe so big it become car. I'm sorry. Shoe so big it become race car. I'm so sorry, Mr. Nomura. I'm so sorry.
But he nods approvingly.
Yes.
Yes.
More.
Bigger Shu.
More shoes. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I do need to fix this just a smidge.
What?
Ooh. There you
I'm
go.
doing a slight tilt.
Not anymore. Lean that boy over.
It's weird seeing you use the skew tool because whenever I use it, I say to myself, "It's cute."
Oh, sorry, I didn't say the magic words.
Yeah, it's weird that it lets you do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
The crowd's going wild.
we
So-
love this. So he plays with light and shadow. Uses
Yeah.
the light to cast the shadows that
Oh.
become the beast.
Interesting.
Mm.
I like that.
That's good shit. I'll eat that right up.
Yum, yum.
That's a tasty treat.
Yeah, how about this?
What?
Mhm.
I'm thinking about boss fight phases here.
Okay.
Phase 1, he's got his candle staff, and he's using it to make shadows that attack you.
Mm-hmm.
But you get him to half health, the candle goes out, and then he
Ooh.
panics because everything is shadow, and he's overtaken by shadows.
Oh.
And then you got to fight just a big, nasty shadow thing.
That's
Mm.
scary.
Or maybe it's like And then he activates blacklight mode.
You see all of his gross stains.
Ew.
And your gross stains, for that matter.
Right. And you're a gross Slim Jim corpse. Like, you obviously are covered in stains.
You have to face down your own stains.
Like, oh God, this is from like 3 days ago.
I have not bathed ever.
I'm just covered in Estus.
Oh, man. I wish I were covered in Estus.
What do you think it tastes like?
Everyone says it's Sunny D. That's like the community's take on it.
That's the gamer's take?
Yeah, the gamer's take is that it's Sunny D, and it does look like that.
Is it? I'm trying to remember. Is it orange?
Yeah, it's orange.
Okay.
It's pretty orange, dude.
My man, it's pretty orange. I guess it could be like ground up Cheetos.
In liquid form.
Yeah.
Liquid Cheeto dust.
We got to get the Julia eyes in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's too many eyes, I'm afraid. You've done a bit too many eyes there.
You sound a little bit like a New Zealander.
Yeah. Too many eyes there. Might want to just knock off a bit of those eyes if you don't mind.
The most polite accent of them all.
Yeah, there's no New Zealanders in Dark Souls, I don't think.
No, it would kind of ruin the vibe. Because you would hear them and be like, yeah, maybe things will be okay.
Oh, come sit by the fire. I'll take a load off, friend.
This guy seems to be having a fine time. Can't be that bad.
Here, have some Estus.
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 Yeah,
Oh.
scary.
Oh, yeah, I dig this.
Ooh.
I'm into this.
Oh, do you fight him
business.
in like a cave or something where there's just a lot of shadows already?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You fight him in the abyss.
Come on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot about the abyss.
God. You never think about the abyss.
It's true. I am often not considering the abyss and the folly of man.
Yeah.
I want to write a self-help book called Think About the Abyss. Have
don't
you
think
thought
that
about
would
the
help.
abyss today?
That's a self-hurt book.
No.
Maybe it'll help put things into perspective.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, things may seem bad, but think
Have you
about
thought
the
about the abyss?
Consider that.
Have you thought about man's own well of torment that he has made for himself?
That sucks, huh?
It's less of a book and more of like a zine. It's just
Yeah.
like a bunch of very short pages.
I think every chapter is just listing a different horrible thing and then saying, but think about the abyss, though.
Yeah.
Compare that.
That shit sucks.
That shit sucks so bad. This is really rad, Julia.
Ooh. Just like living shadow is no good to me.
Yeah, you don't want to get mixed up in that.
I firmly believe that shadow should remain dead.
That's how we like it here on Drawfee.
Yeah.
Shadows, dead.
I like my blood new and my shadows dead.
Julia, this is excellent.
Thank you.
It good.
I think we've created 3 additions to the Disney Dark Souls canon that we're fleshing out here that
Yeah.
are wonderful. You all did an amazing job.
I can't wait to see someone push this monster to the edge of a cliff and fight it just by kind of repeatedly nudging it closer and closer.
Yeah, it's going to get cheesed,
Yeah. Absolutely.
as we all must.
We must embrace our cheesing before it comes for us.
But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this sequel to the Disney Dark Souls episode. If you want to see more stuff like this or some other stuff, you can go down in the comments and tell us about it. You can also hit the subscribe. You can hit the thumb up. That thumb goes all the way up.
Wow.
And
There it goes.
if you really want to get
So
supportive,
high.
you can take that thumb all the way over to Patreon and use it to click the mouse button that says subscribe to Patreon.
Put your thumb right in God's eye and subscribe to their Patreon.
Also, Caldwell, where can we find you?
Oh, well, speaking of Patreons, friend, we got one of them as well. You can go to patreon.com/nadpod to see the work I've been doing with my friends Murph Emily and Jake. We are, of course, Not Another D&D podcast. We are an actual play podcast. Currently, we're doing a fun little series with our friend Zach Oyama called Hot Boy Summer. It is us doing a beach adventure DM'd by Emily Axford. It is super fun. Go check that out. You can also find us on iTunes and wherever you listen to those good little ear buddies called podcasts.
I put my ear next to a hole in the ground and it deposits them right in there.
There you go. And that's Dark Souls as shit, honestly.
Yeah.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching, and we're sorry.
We're sorry.
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 I put my hair in a hole, just got ants.
That's the gamble.
Sorry.